Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to today's video. It's just gonna be another kind of live commentary, saying what I think will happen and just kind of taking you guys through my thought process. So first of all, coming into the day, can kind of see both ways playing out. I'd like to see the end walk get filled. But I also just see price leaving it and going back up. So again, gonna be reactionary to what happens. Yeah, key levels could be this FVG with this IFVG in premium, which is also aligned with the 50% mark of the 4-hour fair value gap. And then maybe we can tap into the higher 1 hour as well. This would be a good opportunity for shorts. And then other than that, if we start selling off instantly, gonna have to see. Obviously, I want to see and work get filled completely. But yeah, gonna see what happens. So what I instantly see is we tapped into this 1 hour gap, got a very nice reaction out of it. I think this is gonna be another bearish day. First POI for me, first DOL would be this prominent low, which is kind of probably gonna get hit in the next 3 minutes. But other than that, obviously this low, this is all low resistance liquidity. And then the next one would just be N walk. So yeah, we're gonna see. So already like in this PA, a lot more than yesterday's. We have a clear push after tapping a major PY. If we can keep continuing to kind of keep this clean momentum, this could be a pretty good trading day, even though it is FOMC tomorrow. That's also why I don't like to just say it's a low probability day, so I won't check for anything. A low probability day is, as it says, just has lower probability, but that doesn't mean it is always shit. Just last Monday, or the Monday before, no, the Monday before last week was an absolute A+ setup, and that was supposed to be a lower probability day, so keep in mind that you don't have to completely stay off the chart, but you gotta be defensive with your capital. So right now, we are in this 15-minute rejection block. I'd honestly be surprised if that holds, to be honest, because we had such a strong bearish reaction out of this 1 hour gap. We've had higher time frame bearish structure for a bit now, for a while. So yeah, what's most likely, in my opinion, is that we come up, tap this FEG, and then just flush through. This could just be the manipulation right before, the first 15 minutes is just, a lot of the times just manipulation. So yeah, kind of just gotta figure out if you're on the right side of the manipulation, more or less. If you're on the, gonna see now what happens. If you're on the side that's getting manipulated, or on the other side. So, gonna have to see what price does from here on. Obviously, we invested 5 minutes and held this rejection block. But I wouldn't put too much weight into that, simply because the higher time frame still is pretty bearish. 15 minute is turning pretty bullish, but we're gonna have to see what happens. If this 1 hour inverses, then I'd definitely be looking for longs. This could be another one of these times where we just inverse a 5 minute and then instantly reverse again after sweeping internal structure. Also, if you've seen my video about lower probability days, this is a kind of a key move price does in a lower probability day. Honestly, could be taking this rejection block out of it, technically. Don't even think that would be the worst trade. Stop's pretty big, but it's a volatile day, so you could get away with something like this. Yeah. Honestly, just gonna try this. Don't think we're gonna go higher, to be completely honest. We swept this internal structure and then reversed. I do want to see lower prices, so I am just gonna try this trade. Bit early on into the session, but yeah, I think this is not the worst setup. We've seen price sweep internal structure in the last few days quite a few times and then leave a rejection block that gets respected. We've also seen price inverse the 5-minute and then instantly reverse. So yeah, I think this is definitely a trade I'm comfortable taking if it comes back and fills me in. All right, so we've had a decent push down. Inverse this last 2-minute right here. Gonna see what happens from here. We've actually broken out quite a bit, so I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't come back up. Don't think it's very likely that it comes back up, but until this sweeps these equal lows, I'm gonna keep my limit up. Because the only thing that would make this invalid for me right now is just if it already sweeps my DOL for this trade. So I'm gonna wait and see what happens. See if we get filled. Yeah. Also, I think if this comes back up and does stop me out, I don't think price will go lower because a third internal sweep would be pretty weird, and there's not really anything that I think it could bounce off of other than this rejection block. So yeah, most likely scenario is this just that we take out these internal lows before I get filled. And if that happens, I'm just gonna wait for 10 a.m. See what 10 a.m. presents for me, and then gonna go from there. Yeah, so as I said, kind of more likely that I don't get filled and then we sweep out these internal lows first. Just honestly gonna see from here what we do. What I would like to see is just a retrace kind of with 10 a.m. aligned. And then just take a trade from there. Tapped into premium right here. What I would like to see is a kind of breakout below these lows with a retrace back into 10 a.m. and then I would take this to either this low or the N walk, depends on the breakout. You're not gonna take it all the way to the N walk, but towards the N walk. Because I just got asked in my DC as well about this 5-minute rejection block. I'm honestly just not even really interested in longs. Everything, kind of every confluence is against bullish. We respected this 1-hour gap. We inversed this 1-hour gap. We are we have equal, well, not equal lows, but low resistance liquidity. We have this N dog even that hasn't been, oh no, it has been tapped, but not fully filled. And then of course the N walk all the way at the bottom. So don't think this is a good trade. At least not what I want to see right now. So we're gonna see what happens from here. What I think is most likely is, let me get my path out. We come up, maybe tap this 5-minute gap, potentially get into OTE, retrace down. We don't hit 10 a.m. Kind of go below 10 a.m., get our OTE out, kind of like this. And then get a retrace into 10 a.m. and then go for the lows and the N walk. This is kind of what I would like to see. What I think is possibly gonna happen. So yeah, gonna wait and see. Also, honestly, a possibility could just be taking this rejection block if it puts in a rejection block. Might honestly do that, to be honest. Just to kind of get a better entry, and I don't think this should push higher. As I said, it's tapped the OTE of the range. It's still in a 5-minute gap, so I don't want to see price go higher than that. So think if this 2-minute puts in or gets put in, I'm gonna take this rejection block and take it towards N walk. So gonna limit this 2-minute rejection block and then see what happens. I think if we break this high, my bias is just wrong. Break even here would probably be 10 a.m. This is like the closest point that I see a reversal happening. Yeah, let's see if we get filled this time. Just gonna wait and see. Right, bot I get filled here. As I said, I want to see this be a protected high. And I don't want price to go above that. We haven't tapped 10 a.m. yet, which is good. No, come on, don't edge me. Yeah, so gonna see what happens from here. Alright, so I'm actually stopped out instantly. That's insane. Right, so yeah, these accounts are gone. That's fine. As I said, got 3 more evals. Obviously, it's just a low probability day. Gotta preserve your real capital. So you're not stressed about this. Obviously, just kind of good trade. I like this trade a lot. Also put in this 5-minute rejection mark, which I just see now. 2-minute, decent close. Haven't tapped 10 a.m. yet. So definitely fine with this loss. Of course, said this beforehand. This is just not a good trading day. Not a high probability day. This might honestly be the worst day in ages to trade, to be completely honest. That's why you just gotta preserve your mental and your physical capital. Didn't want to touch any of the accounts that are actually up. Well, these aren't, but you get the point. They are not close to blowing. Most of these are up. As I said in the last video, I just wanted to get my stack fixed. Can show you guys this. I hope I don't leak anything. Got 3 more passed anyways, and I just blew 3. So now I've got fresh evals or fresh fundeds for higher probability days. So this was kind of the thought behind it. So yeah, as I already said up here as well, this is already a signature move of price. Or signature move that price is probably going to be air, PA. Inversed the 5-minute, which is pretty powerful. I would say. Tap the 1 hour. Again, this is a signature move that we have actually seen a lot in the past few days because the PA has been shit in the past few days. Tap the 1 hour. Technically, yeah, well, we sweep out these highs. This should turn into a protected high. Come up again, sweep it again for no reason, and then dump. Yeah, not really. I mean, we kind of had a good push down here, but then kind of just stop leaving gaps. Inverse a 1 hour right here, and then instantly come back up. So just a bad low probability day. So just kind of went long off of this reaction on the 30-second. This is just for a winning day. My alpha. Wait, this isn't even enough. Whoops. Well, this is a bit too much, but whatever, who cares. Gonna see if I can get that. Set myself a limit of 1 day on this account. 1 trade a day. So if this doesn't hit, so this is just kind of either 200 win or 200 loss. Either or I'm off. So yeah, gonna see what happens. so kind of to recap this day, yeah, buys semi played out. I wanted to see shorts. Shorts did happen. Kind of predicted this 1 hour to hold and then go down. And yeah, just kind of pretty basic analysis. Inverse this 1 hour right here. So from that point on, there's absolutely no reason we shouldn't take out at least these lows. Happy with the trade I took. Definitely would take this again. This is definitely a high probability trade, in my opinion. Simply because this leg's balanced out. Right there, you can see the 0.5 getting hit. So we have to draw out the fib again from the top to bottom. Hit OTE, hit the first presented fair value gap, had a nice 2-minute reaction out of it. Yeah, so in my opinion, no reason this should fail. As I said, I think if this fails, my bias or my prediction for the next move is just wrong, and we're gonna break out higher, which did also happen. Yeah, lost a few accounts that were already cooked, so definitely not sad about that. Got through 3 new fundeds to activate for higher probability days, fresh fundeds. So yeah, hope you guys could kind of, I mean, I guess learn a bit from this, even though I was wrong. It's just a low probability day.